everyone. This is part 3 of my Infinite Lagrange tutorial series. Today is going to be a two-parter, so you could say it's part 3.A and 3.B. We are finally going to look at the research agreement and discuss the various steps that you would go through in order to set one up, in order to get the outcomes that you want. So as you can see here, we currently have the research agreement opened. We've unlocked phase 1 of it, where we have to choose a direction. Now, we can choose any of the three categories here. So, the tactical performance, which is projectile weapons or direct fire weapons. Projectile weapons can include missiles. Energy weapons as well can technically projectile weapons can be missiles and torpedoes and things of that nature, whereas direct fire are only weapons that hit the front row and then the mid row and then the back row, but can include energy weapons such as the Constantine the Great. We've got the strategic performance. Here you have outstanding firepower, in other words, hit it very hard, very fast. Sustained combat. This includes a lot of the logistics ships, but it also includes damage with longevity. So not just simply hit something very hard very quickly, but over the course of the fight dishing out lots of damage. Things like the Vetus B, which hit very hard but continuously, Hadrian's Loyal, the Ruby with this ion cannon, but also things like the Reliates, which the stealth and car special have a lot of evasion so they stick around, yada yada. Strategy and support. You have all your carriers in here. You've got your logistics ships, things of that nature. And then finally, you have fighters and corvettes. Nothing but fighters and corvettes. And then the last one, which company do you want? Jupiter, Noma, Antonios, or the Dawn Accord. I generally do not recommend doing the Dawn Accord, considering that you get half of these ships for free with some of their variants. The only things that you really want from the Dawn Accord would be the CV T800, the Pulsar Corvette, because it hits really hard and does a lot. And then the CV3000 carrier, because it's just really good. And arguably the tactical auxiliary here. I don't know a lot about the tactical auxiliaries. I've not dug into them, so I'm not going to talk about something that I don't really know. I just know that it has a lot of health and it can do some cool special things. So today, I believe we're going to go with the Antonios. We already own the Constantine the Great, but that's okay, because if we get it again, then we can get a module for it. As I mentioned in my previous video, it's guaranteed if you get the Constantine the Great again, or any of the super capitals, carriers, force auxiliaries, or battlecruisers, that you will get a module for that ship. So, very handy way to guarantee yourself a module. The goal is actually to get the Void Elfin, to get the Nebula B, the Cellular Defender, the Vetus A is welcome, not wanted necessarily, but welcome, the Car Special, or the Tactical Predator. The Tactical Predator is particularly good in the meta right now. Can make some super powerful anti-aircraft using the information command systems. But really, any of these are good, especially considering I use the Wind Hussar with its special strap, which I will cover strategies in part B of this video. So first off, as I mentioned before, we have to choose our faction, or what we're going for. We're going to choose faction to start with. We don't care about most of these, so it will be Antonios. We confirm it. Now it says that it will take 1 day, 15 hours, or 16 hours rather. I could advance this for 400 Proxima to speed it up, or I can spend weapon techs, which is what I'm actually going to do here. Notably, I'm going to spend a ton of my drone weapon techs, because I do not need them. Having fully upgraded all of my drones, These are no longer useful to me. And now it only has 10-hour duration. But we're not really happy with that. We're going to keep going. I do need these weapon techs. I'm pretty sure I need those. I need those. Don't really need these. Let's go ahead and use up. We got a lot of R5 plasmas actually. So you know what? Let's keep these pulse techs for now. Actually, here, let's just do it like this. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. There. Now it's only 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Do I have an R1 I can just use? Sure. Perfect. Phase 1 is now complete. Now, I have the option to click Draw Blueprint, and doing so, I will get one of these ships completely randomly, including potentially their variants. But we don't want that. We want to narrow it down just a little bit. So now, we can choose direct fire weapons. It cuts out all of these from being an option, which unfortunately means we cannot get the Void Elfin, which is a missile corvette we do want. This thing has a really good evasion bonus. It also hits pretty hard, I must say. But I might be okay with not getting it. And then same with the Cellular Defender. Just hits really hard, has some cool stuff. I already own the Mistral, I already own the Nebe, and I already own the Vitas B. So we could get the Balancers, which are just whatever. The Neb B, which is good. The Car C, which we want. Guardian C. Pulse Cannon Guardian. Don't know much about it. Not sure if it's worth using. The Anti-Ship Jaeger. Again, not really sure it's worth using. The Marshall Crux, which we definitely would want. And the Constantine the Great, which we definitely would want a module for. This isn't a very good one, though, for me. Now, if we do projectile weapons, we got a good chance of getting the Void Elfin, Cellular Defender, the Vitas A. These are all good. We don't have any of these three. This one's very good at killing other ships, and I don't mean simply defeating them, I mean killing them. This has a particular bonus here against systems, and it has a high probability to shut down propulsion. And if you disable a propulsion on a ship, then when that ship is destroyed, the ship dies. Not simply retreats and evasions back to base, it actually dies. This is basically the only way to kill a mining ship. So very, very handy ability. Again, Cellular Defender, hit it very hard. Void Elfin, hit it very hard. Corvettes are pretty good at that. We already own all of the Winged Hussars, so we hopefully do not get this, even though there's a really high chance of it. We own the Guardian A. We'd be okay with the Guardian B. We don't necessarily want it, but it can actually carry a pair of Corvettes, which makes it pretty interesting. In fact, I'm going to take a look at something real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then, of course, we already own the Reliant A, and we own the Reliant C. The Reliant B would be probably an okay one to get. Actually, do we own the... I think we own the B and the C, actually, and not the A. They're very similar, so it's hard for me to keep track. So we could do this version, which then when we do this version, would limit us down to the Void Elfin. We already have the Vitas, already have this, already have this, already, or don't have this. And it could give us the Car C, because we already have the Car A. Not very good. This isn't bad though. Again, we want this. We want the variant of this. We want this. We want this. We already own this, but getting 5 tech points on this isn't the end of the world. Same with the Vitas, and we don't own the balancer. Decisions. I'm not sure which one to go for, really. So if we do projectile weapons and fighters, it will guarantee that our options are either the Void Elfin, Cellular Defender, or the Vitas A. I suppose I'm okay with that. Yeah, we'll confirm it. Now, I could, of course, speed this one up. Probably even complete it or get very close to completing it. Oh, maybe I can't. I could cut the time in half, but we're not going to do that. We're going to just let this run. So I will put in the description of this video when I finally unlock the next phase, and then there will be a final video which will show the actual drawing process where I try to get one of these three, the Void Elfin, Cellular Defender, or Vitas A. Now I will note that there are actually a couple tools out there that make it very easy for you to determine what rewards you will get. These tools are a Google Doc sheet, as well as another tool that was created by somebody in the community. I will try to include links to those in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.